I see we also have Mr. Leonard Long, and he was showing up and showing out with us as well. It's good to see you, Leonard. All right, everybody, we are at the top of the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, thank each and every one of you for joining us on our Saturday edition of our ILCA overview and special public crypto talk. My name is your Queen Connectress, Miss Marnita Casa, and I am your humble hostess for today. Now, it is my honor to introduce you all to a man that for over 25 years dominated the direct sales industry. His cryptocurrency education is used right now in universities and companies worldwide. Now, for over 8 years, he dedicated his life to learning about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, but he didn't just stop there. He decided to go out, share his information with the masses, and he did this by putting on fun and exciting Bitcoin boot camps nationwide at no cost. He has built thriving communities and wonderful platforms like you see before you now. So without further ado, it is my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivey.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa, and for being our hostess and all the work you put in. Glad to see you made it safe back to Colorado and everybody else made it safely back. If you hear from her voice, she was screaming and talking and doing a whole lot. So she's losing her voice out there. But good morning, everybody. It's good to be back. Who missed Crypto Talk all week? I missed Crypto Talk all week, even been doing it. I can't wait till next week and we get back to the full swing of things again. Well, actually, partly because I'm going to be doing a lot of graduation preparation and stuff for my son, and we have a lot of activities that we're doing. So our schedule's going to be a little bit hectic. We'll keep you updated on what we're doing with that. But I want to say that all of you guys that had a chance to come out with us this weekend, or this week, I appreciate it. ILCA is much more than just about uh, crypto education with our videos and our streaming lives and things like that. It's about the community and it's about all of each other and us going on this journey together, learning together. You can't get that from going to some generic YouTube channel to learn about Bitcoin and crypto. So I appreciate this community. I appreciate all of you guys that came out to hang out with us this past week. This was not an official ILCA event, but as an ILCA community, we were able to experience and new information about the crypto and blockchain space that's going to impact all of us. So instead of just me learning and bringing it back to you, you guys had an opportunity to hear it firsthand. And now that we're back, our next focus is going to be on the real official ILCA event, which will be in Chicago, July 18th, 19th, and 20th. So you're going to hear me talk a whole lot about that. In fact, and I'll also be going live later today and give more personal, real details, a breakdown on the Bitcoin 2025 event and getting ready for Chicago and why you want to be there. But I want to take this time too to share, if you're brand new, you're listening to us because we are streaming on Facebook as well. What is ILCA? And thanks to Miss Casa, I was actually interviewed at the event and asked me that question. And I said, well, ILCA, even though it stands for Ivy League Crypto Academy, it is more of a community of like-minded people who understand that we want more out of life than what we're currently getting. And the vehicle that we're using to make that happen is riding this new technology called the blockchain. It's not about Bitcoin. Everybody wants to focus on Bitcoin, but what the real thing about this is the technology that has allowed Bitcoin to thrive, because it's not just Bitcoin that this technology is going to impact. Blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet today. And it took a while for people to figure that out. That's why you see right over my right shoulder there is the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance. It would be almost unheard of a few years ago to see any representation from the government outside of any type of negative regulatory action at any Bitcoin convention or blockchain expo. But the fact that we have the president and the vice president of the United States 100% full-heartedly endorsing this lets you know that you're not going to be able to dismiss this. You're not going to be able to hide from this. You're not going to be able to ignore this. This is happening whether you like it or not. And ILCA is about preparing all of us for this new world. And it is indeed a new world. Blockchain technology is not only going to impact our financial system, it's impacting our government, it's going to impact our medical system, it's going to impact our supply chain. And then you throw in the mix AI, artificial intelligence into it as well. The sky's the limit. So, what I want to do before I share a couple of thoughts, I want to give a couple of people who were there. Now, I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to call you out. I'll allow it to be a volunteer before I share my thoughts. But if anybody that was there, and Ms. Casa, I think we might have to hold on you if you're able to. That's perfectly fine. If you want to wait until you're a little stronger,
I'm
we can do that
ready.
12. You're ready. All right. So if you are able to, go ahead and raise your hand. I'm going to call on you. Ms. Casa, I'm going to have her go first and share what you thought about this event, what you learned from it, what you brought back from it. How was it? Share with those that did not have an opportunity to be there. So go ahead and raise your hand. So while you do that, first up is Miss Marnita Casa. Go right ahead.
Okay, so what a phenomenal, exhilarating, inspiring event that was. Okay. What I what was there was so much innovation. There was colors of skin from everywhere. There were different economic backgrounds. There were so many conversations going on of the future of what could be built, empires that will be able to come about because of this technology. What did I get back from it? That this is exactly where we need to be. What did I get back from it? I need to prepare myself as much as possible so I can bring this to my children. My goodness, you guys, I mined Satoshis on a bike. I danced with an astronaut. I took pictures, 4 pictures with the Winklevoss twins. Do you understand what that energy is like to stand between billions of dollars and have them touch you and look at you in your eye? It transforms you. When you have the opportunity to go to conferences like this, you want to do it. You want to make sure you make a way. I am a new person because of those 3 days. I went there acting as if, and because of the energy that I received, the conversations that I had, the innovations that I seen, I am now not acting as if I am that person. And it was because I made a decision to get up and go. I was able to have 3 different interviews with blockchain technology and cryptocurrency companies. I was able to talk about ILCA, tell people about how important crypto education was. For me, it was all about spreading the word. And that's exactly what I did. You guys, the reason why I don't have a voice right now is because I was at every booth shaking hands. I was screaming, not your keys, not your coins. I was dancing, hollering, talking to people about crypto education. What we did not see there, we didn't see any booths for crypto education. We didn't see any booths for security. So what that told me is, as a community, as a conglomerate, ILCA, we are above and beyond even the people at the cryptocurrency convention. You know why? Because we are focused on education. We are focused on security. And though a lot of people there already knew that, they weren't talking about it. So for me, it was a mission. Next year, we got to be there. And if we don't have a booth, we need 30 people. We need every single person on this call right now at the Bitcoin convention, walking around, talking to people about how important education is, and more importantly, how important the Ivy League coaching academies education is. Every single person should have been there. So I'm going to throw something out there right now, you guys. I have a link where you can get tickets, general admission tickets for next year. They're having a Bitcoin conference. That's right, all wearing ILCA swag. Don't play with it, okay? Where you can get tickets for general admission for only $200. Next year, it's April 2026. I expect to see everybody there. That's more than enough time for each one of us to be able to make our way to Las Vegas so we can represent the way we're supposed to, and so we can be able to elevate ourselves, because being there definitely was an elevation for me.
Before you go, I got one question for you because this is actually your second
Yeah,
Bitcoin convention.
yes, sir.
The last one was Miami. What do you think was the difference between Miami and Las Vegas?
Miami was fun. Miami, we were dancing. I ain't gonna lie, you guys. I had a couple of drinks. There was a big concert going on. Yeah, it was cool to see the booths. And last year at Miami, though, one thing I do say is that there were a lot more, let's say, different booths, right? This year, it was mainly focused on mining, and it was mainly focused on wallet protection. But in Miami, we had all different kind of things, from mining to games. There was a lot of gaming going on in the Miami. But this one here, possibly because, and then I got to see the vice president of the United States speak. Somebody I didn't even vote for. Hello, I didn't vote for the man, but he had my full undivided attention. There was not a MAGA hat in sight, baby. And the reason why I say that is because it wasn't about politics at all. Did they say some things about Democrats? Yeah, because Democrats been giving us a hard time for a while. But everything that man said was phenomenal. He was saying the right things, had me excited. Miami did not have it. This one was more serious. When you came to the 2025 Bitcoin convention, you were coming to learn, to hear about what the future of cryptocurrency was going to be and how you were going to position yourself to be able to capitalize on it.
All right. Excellent, excellent insight. Thank you, Miss Casa. Next up is Miss Patty Geis. Go right ahead.
Good morning, Brandon and Marnita. Wow, it's so hard to follow the queen, but I will do my absolute best. First off, it's Saturday morning. I'm recovering. I'm not going to lie. So apologies for being off camera right there. But so this was my first time going to any type of conference or convention surrounding cryptocurrency. And I'm so very glad that I did it. Just coming off of a surgery, I didn't know if I could. Thanks to this incredible community, I had so much help. My Rita Broussard is one of the most powerful angels that travel this earth. So aside from all that, what did I learn? I learned, as Marnita said, we are definitely in the right place at the right time. We are the pioneers of cryptocurrency. There's not a lot of us, but there's also many of us. There were so many people at that event, and it wasn't about, as Marnita said, how we appear on our skin appears or what political party you are affiliated with. It was all about cryptocurrency. I will also say the incredible authenticity that you see from Marnita and Brandon and Leonard and Rita, a lot of the leadership that you see in ILCA is the same person you will meet face to face. What you see is exactly who all of us are. So that was very key. I thought it's really got to be something, as Marnita said, if the vice president of the United States is flying across the globe for a convention with, gosh, I don't know, what, 7,000 people? That's saying something about what we have our hands on. And so if someone wants to bypass Microsoft or bypass their chance to have another Apple or whatever entity, Berkshire Hathaway, whatever it is that started many years ago that we have a chance to be a part of, this is it. So yes, as Marnita said, register for the event. You have a year to plan it out. April 27th, 2026. This time, I will not only go for a couple of days. I'm going for the full conference, that whale pass that has the ability to see everything. And it's not just about me, but what if we each invited 10 people to come along with us. Just 10 people over the course of the next, 9-10 months. How powerful can we be? And as Marnita said, I didn't see anything about crypto education, nothing. But I had an opportunity to meet individuals that also wanted to do crypto education, but they didn't have an educator yet. And I was like, I do. Hey, I do. And so it's just the fact that we have an opportunity at our hands to really capitalize on the future legacy for our children. And we have at our hands an individual who can help bring us to fruition. And that is Mr. Brandon Ivey. And sir, it was so great to be able to meet you and touch you and just, hug you, because you've become such an incredible part of so many of our lives. And I love and appreciate that of you and Marnita Lanu. It was just phenomenal. So I will definitely step aside. And Leonard, I didn't forget you, Papa Lenny. Yep. It was great hanging with you too, sir. Next year, let's all be there. And let's not wait until April. Let's show up in Chicago. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Patty. And next up is Rita Beast. Go right ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I'm trying not to be out of breath out here with my voided vest on. But yes, it was so exciting to be in the midst of the future revolution. And the biggest takeaway I got out of it was listening to the vice president speak about how more people need to get involved if they want to see the regulations in crypto change, and that he would do his part to make sure. Right now we have 50 million Americans, he says, that have Bitcoin or own Bitcoin, and he wants to see another 50 million. I thought he said by the end of the year, but that he would do everything in his power to make sure that he, makes it more crypto friendly. And so he did ask for participation from the masses. If you want to see crypto become more mainstream, we all have to do our parts to teach and enlighten others. But yes, it was great. Like Patty said, what you see is what you get. Marnita is a burst of energy, and it was great meeting everyone and just being, like I said, in the midst of 1,000 people there, 1,000 people all there with common interest. And it was a powerful thing. I was just happy to be in the right place at the right time. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Rita. Anybody else? I'll get you guys up next time as well. All right. Well, I will share a couple of thoughts, and I'm not going to be long on this because I do want to hit a little bit of crypto talk, and I want to talk about Chicago. And I am supposed to be speaking on the MoveQuest call in 30 minutes as we're getting prepared for the launch. So wait a minute, Judy, were you there? I don't recall. What's going on, Judy?
Hey, Brandon. No, I wasn't there physically. I was there in spirit and via live stream. So I got to see all the panelists and all the big speakers and everything like that. And I have to say, it must have been an incredible event. And how I know it must have been an incredible event was when I heard Russ Albright speak. And as he spoke, believe it or not, my sentiments towards a certain individual were shifting. And anybody who can make me feel positively towards this individual, it must have been a very special event. And I will not name the person, but you know who I'm talking about. But to see Russ Albright speak about his freedom and his gratitude for his freedom, just, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So you guys must have had a great time.
Well, thank you for sharing that. In fact, yeah, there are a lot of every clip should be on YouTube. You'll be able to see that. But I have to say, there's one thing on watching a video and then actually being there, which was my point about ILCA. Anybody can put an educational video on YouTube, but when you're able to come to our community and get it live, It's a different feeling. It's like playing a Michael Jackson song on your tape deck, and then going to a Michael Jackson concert. It's night and day. Or Beyonce, you guys. I know CJ shaking his head, yeah, but
Tape deck?
that's the feeling.
Did you
That
say tape deck, Brandon? You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
sound
I
like a
aged
boomer.
myself. See, I went way back. When you talk about Michael Jackson concerts, I'm talking about the '80s. Michael MJ. That was powerful, and I was only a kid back then. But one thing I will say about this event, especially for me personally, is I have not been to a any type of crypto convention since 2022. I think Miami was the last one, and here we are 2025. So 3 years have passed by. So I didn't really know what I was going to get, what to expect. I do know the last couple of years after 2022, because of the Biden administration, was hitting hard on the crypto, and the attendances had been dropping. And they haven't been as big and boastful as before 2022, from 2017 to 2022. But the last couple of years, it has been trailing off, especially in the United States. So this one was like a major comeback, more of a celebration. There's a new administration in that is very, very positive and favorable to the crypto space, which means that opens the door to a lot of opportunities. So I didn't know too much how I was going to feel about coming to this type of an event in this political atmosphere. And what Ms. Casas shared was that even though you had the Republican White House in attendance, it did not feel like a rally. It did not feel like a MAGA event, so to speak. And out of 35,000 people, I only saw maybe five MAGA hats, and maybe several. I know there was one big Trump booth, but it wasn't about that. It was about the industry, and I listened intently to JD Vance, and I agreed with everything that he was saying, that where we're going with the future of this technology and why we need to be involved, because even if we don't, our competitors and our enemies out there, they will adopt this, and they will use it in competition, directly or indirectly, against us. So for our own survival, we have to be engaged in this space, and we have to make the environment conducive for us as individuals to be able to thrive, to be able to build businesses, to be able to invent, to be able to innovate, to be able to raise capital, be able to change our wealth as a hedge against any type of inflation, any type of world issues, whether man-made or natural. That crypto is freedom, basically, for all of us. So I appreciated that. It was cool being in the same room, hearing that energy. It was cool looking at the Secret Service, that line wrapped around trying to get into there. I got to give you guys a shout out that got there early, like Leonard did. We got in the room right when JD Vance started to speak. And oh yeah, well, Leonard, I want to leave that for you. So you share that one about Steak and Shake and all that. But I'm going to get into detail later about all the booths. I will say this: I was surprised. Ms. Costa said a couple of things. One, I was surprised by the lack of any type of focus on education, and the second, security. Out of all the speakers, there was only one topic that dealt with security, but it wasn't about how we can protect ourselves from hackers and scammers or anything. It was more about a company talking about different security measures as they were switching from centralized TradeFi to DeFi, and security measures that they're putting into their own integrated system. So it was more on that tech side rather than preventative measures, and the lack of talking about how much crypto theft is also taking place because of a lack of an educated populace. So I was really surprised by that, but I also saw a lot of opportunity as well. There was only one booth that was talking about any type of form of education. And Ms. Costa found that group, and we did interview with them. And I will be making some promo videos as well that will be highlighting all of that, but only one. What also surprised me, if I go back to May 2022, Miami 2022, there was a lot at that event about metaverse, NFTs, and somewhat, no, not really, not much artificial intelligence, some mentions of it. And there was only one section, one corner that talked about Bitcoin mining, and it was about how can we make the mining more efficient, costly. And I remember one invention had it where they had the miners submerged in certain liquids and things like that. But that was it, maybe three or four companies. At this event, I would say more than 70% of all the booths was talking about some form of Bitcoin mining. And I'll go into detail later on my next live as why I think that's the case and what's going on and what they're preparing for. The rest was also about how to safeguard your wallets as far as your cold storage, seed phrases. So it wasn't even about different wallets out there. It was about how to protect your seed phrase. We saw several of those out there, and I guess it was a great event. The best part of it was the opportunity to see all of you and for you guys to come out because this was the first event since Atlanta that we did for the ILCA community, and that was for marketing. But this was directly tied towards Bitcoin and crypto education. And so getting a chance to hang out with you guys, have dinner, more people was there than we expected. And one thing I did like was even though I've been gone for 3 years, being recognized at the convention. I was being pulled, hey, Brandon, hey, I know you, hey, what? One guy came up and says, I know you from somewhere, but I don't know where. But what, you owe me some Bitcoin? But seeing people randomly that recognized us made me feel a little good. Like we're making a little bit of a presence, even though it's been 3 years, and we're doing some good out there. And we're only going to get bigger and better. My ultimate goal is that ILCA will have representation at these events, even through a booth and even being on stage. That's my ultimate goal. We will do that. Then we had a final. We ended it with a MoveQuest walk, where we all got together and walked right outside down to see the Bellagio, up back and forth. We did some interviews. In fact, I am going to show you before I get into the crypto talk side and I talk about Chicago about let's show you some interviews. Let's see, advanced portion of the screen. And here we go. Take a look at this and let me know if you cannot hear anything. Oops, already off the back. You're live right now.
Oh, okay. No, don't do that.
You already are. All right, and here we go.
MoveQuest.
You're live right now.
Oh, okay. No, don't do that.
You already are. All right, hold on. Okay. No, I'm going to tell you, state your name, where you come from, and talk to me about MoveQuest.
Okay, so everybody, my name is Marnita, your Queen Connectress Casa, and I am from Colorado. And my testimonial about MoveQuest is that this has been a phenomenal experience. Not only have I lost weight, I have made rewards, and I found a way to be able to introduce the power of cryptocurrency to my family. So if you're on the fence, get up, get moving, and get earning. MoveQuest.
All right, who's next?
Okay.
Come on up.
Where you going?
All right, Shira. Let me just.
When we're ready.
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm already live. It's live right now.
Okay, hi, my name's Keishira. I'm from California. MoveQuest has literally changed my life and my family's lives. My dad has lost 60 pounds, and it's bringing me and my family closer. Me and my daughter actually take walks together now, which is amazing.
Shout out Kenny D. All right, who's next?
Okay, Rita, get up here.
Hello everyone, I'm Rita from San Diego, and I'm enjoying my time here in Vegas at the Bitcoin conference, but also we're getting ready to do our MoveQuest walk. This has been such a phenomenal experience. being part of a top-notch crypto project where we get paid to exercise. So I started off walking 5 miles. I'm actually running 5 miles 3 times a week. I'm 50 years old and I have the most endurance and stamina that I've ever had in my life. So move Quest, keep it moving, keep it healthy.
All right. Mr. Long.
Hello, I'm Leonard. Future looks bright with MoveQuest and their Health to Wealth fitness app. It has helped me stay motivated and get into the gym and go for walks just to stay a little healthier. That's really all I have to say.
All right. Thank you, Leonard. Hey, hold this for me so I'll do
Switch it over. Make it spin. I don't know.
There you go.
All right, you got it? Yeah. Hey everybody, this is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. We're here in Las Vegas and we're about to do our Move Quest walk. And the good thing about Move Quest is we launched last year at July. $38 million has been received to this community just from doing your physical activity. So we're out here to celebrate that because we have another milestone coming up with the launch of the brand new Brandon app this coming Monday, June 2nd. So you want to, if you're not involved now, you want to get involved now. Best way to earn an income without having to recruit, without having to sell anything, and just doing your physical activity. See you guys there. You should be here. Bye-bye. All right. And I will be having a more detailed promo video and clip for everybody coming soon. So those of you who say, you know what, I need to be a part of that community. How do I be a part of the community? Well, one, you want to get back to the person who's invited you to listen to us today. And more than likely, they will have a link that they can share with you that you can sign up and join. If you do not, we have a website. You go to ilca.app, ilca.app. From here, you'll be able to choose what type of membership that you want to have for ILCA. Also, you can purchase our courses. If you just want our courses, all of our courses are done by streaming video. You can stop, pause, rewind, take your time with it. And for the total is $24.99, where we have 13 lessons covering almost 200 videos for $24.99, or you can get them in a bundle pack in pieces. For example, we have Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto, Internet of Things, Decentralized Finance, NFTs, Metaverse, Web 3.0, Tokenization, Artificial Intelligence, CBDCs, Decentralization, and Security. One thing that and we're always growing. When I first launched my crypto courses, it wasn't through my own company. It was other companies that wanted to utilize them. We only had 3. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto. And that was it, 45 videos. And it was so positive that even universities were using them, like the University of Nigeria during the COVID era. Nobody can go to classes, so they created an e-course, online course that their students can do. So this is their website, Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrencies. How much are they charging here for this? Yeah, those 4 courses, $504. 3 courses, $500 for those 3 courses, where with us, you're able to get 13 courses for $24.99. Or if you get it from one of our partners, and we talked about that last week, I'm not going to go into that today, but you can get it from one of our partners for $9.99. All of my courses for $9.99, a huge discount. So with that, we're now going to jump into another part of what makes our community great. Is it, again, it's not just the videos, is that we do live training almost every day of the week. And how it got started was back in 2000 and into 2017, 18, I would do something called crypto talks every single morning. Why? Because there was no education, crypto education series anywhere. The only places you can go to learn was YouTube and Google. And unfortunately, I did that for 6 months. I had no choice. 50% of the information that I received was wrong. The other 50% was outdated. So to stay abreast and up to date on what's going on, I would look at all crypto news first thing in the morning every day. And since I was doing it anyway, I decided to turn on the camera and microphone and take people on the journey with me, whoever wanted to listen. And it was for free. I was doing it twice a day. So again, I wasn't doing it to be entertaining. I wasn't doing it to teach or train. I was doing it to learn. So you're learning with me. So a difference between me and a YouTube influencer, that's monetizing their page. I don't read any of the articles or the charts before I make the video. I don't even know the topics of the articles until like 30 minutes before we go live when Miss Casa puts them together for me. And then we read them for the first time. This is how we stayed abreast and on top of things. And this is why I've been able to survive and prosper in this space when so many people have not. There's a lot of people out there who call themselves crypto educated, but this is 2025 and they're crypto educated to 2019. They have no idea what changes are taking place, what new things are taking place. So we do that live with you guys. And I'm going to give you just a sneak peek at how we do it and what we do. And then I'm going to have to jump off to get ready for the Move Quest presentation. But before I do that, I want to talk about our next event coming up. And our next event is in Chicago, ilcaevent.com. If you go here to register for our Chicago Impact event, this is going to be for 3 days. Well, just so you know, Friday, when everybody gets there, we're having like a meet and greet like we did in Vegas. But we already have a place and everything that's set up and ready for that. I want to give a shout out to Miss Sandy Lynn and Melanie Davis for having that all set up for us. So we're going to have the meet and greet Friday night. Saturday's the main event. We're going to be going all day Saturday. You're going to learn some basic crypto information, history, what is the blockchain, kind of like the 5-day challenge, but now in person. And again, is like going to a a concert. It's one thing seeing us on Zoom. It's another when you're in the room. And I got to tell you, I am far better in person than I am on a Zoom or a phone call. I'm going to be doing the River of Money talk. I'm also going to be sharing about, and I don't mean to scare anybody, but I'm going to almost like put the fear of God into you on why you need to be moving in this space, like what JD Vance was talking about last week, what's about to happen. And the challenge is if you don't. And there's a solution to protect yourself regardless of what happens in the world, geopolitical, international, national, right here at home, domestic. So we're gonna have that talk. We're gonna have a Move Quest presentation that will be done by Ms. Casa. We're gonna have our graduation ceremony for those that finish our certification courses, which should be live in about a week. So you'll be able to go through our certification courses. And we're going to have other speakers there as well from Herschel Crow and Provost Lofties. Our MC is Miss Sandy Lynn, Barry White. Sunday, we're going to also go have a private meeting, but you're invited. But it's a more private meeting Sunday morning where we're going to be now talking about a couple of things like one, how to become a partner with ILCA, how to make some money. And also, those of you who love passive opportunities, passive income. I shared in a live not too long ago that I've had a mental shift, that I've left for now, because you can never say forever, the network marketing, MLM, direct selling space. That's not where my focus is. And my focus now is just on the ILCA crypto education platform and passive income opportunities where I can earn an income without having to recruit and without having to sell somebody else's product. And there's two programs that I'm already in that I'm already seeing results. One, I should say I made $100,000 in less than 30 days. Another one, oh, I can't give those details out yet. Well, I'll say this one program has to deal with business, you know, you definitely want to have an LLC, but it deals with repairing your credit, getting a business line of credit, getting your what do I call that? Family trusts in order and situated, real estate, and also passive trading, using trading systems to trade on your behalf. Now, I know in Diamond Class, we've been doing that already, you know, teaching you how to do it, but we have some programs that we can vouch for. And out by Chicago, I've been in them long enough that I can show you results. One program, I'm already making an extra $5,000 a month without having to do anything, whether I wake up and roll out of bed or not, consistently. So we'll be talking about that privately to individuals in Chicago on Sunday. So you want to go to ILCA Chicago Impact or ILCA event.com, ILCA to register for the Chicago Impact event. Hotel rooms, limited time to get them at a discount. And so once you fill out this information, you'll get information on how to contact the hotel to reserve your position. We want to blow this up. This is our first official ILCA event, literally. You know, I don't count the ILCA marketing event. I'm talking about for crypto education. This is our first event after 3 years. So I'm excited about that. So now let's jump on into, oh, I only got a couple of minutes. So let's read the charts. Let's see, and I may see what highlights and headlines is out there in the crypto space. So as of today, our market cap is at 3.1 trillion. I'm sorry, down 3.1% at 3.39 trillion. Bitcoin dominance, oh, this is rose. Last time I saw this was less than 60%. Bitcoin dominance is at 61.3%, which is kind of interesting about all Bitcoin mining that we saw at the convention. But I'll talk about that later this afternoon. Ethereum is up or is at 9%. Let's see here. Bitcoin down almost 1%. Let me go by the week since it's been a week. So Bitcoin is down 3.9% on the week. Ethereum is down 0.6. Ripple's down 7.5. BNB's down 2.3. Also, we had a down week. Interesting. Solana's down 11.7. Doge 15.4. Oh yeah, there is news that Elon Musk has stepped down as head of Doge, but by law he had to because he was only classified as a special government employee. And that classification, I think you only have 100 and something days that you can be on, then you got to go. Tron is down 1.6. Cardano's down 10. Hype down 4. Sui's down 10. Chainlink down 11. Now, I have not done any trading all last week. I have not done any trading. Will the Chicago event be live streamed, including the private meeting? I have not made that decision yet. So I will let you know the closer we get to the event. Right now, I'm only catering towards those who are going to be at the event. But if I do any type of live streaming, I'll let you guys know. Avalanche down 10. Now, to give you guys a heads up, I am now up more than 11% profit. I'm talking to my Diamond members. 11% profit on trading from Kraken, doing our Kraken trades. And I'm not staring at the screens all day. I'm only utilizing one strategy right now. One strategy, and that's set it and forget it. That's it. Limit sales and limit buys. That's it. And I didn't even did I do stop loss? No, I didn't even do stop loss. So once you learn this skill, you're a walking ATM. I don't do losing trades. I have patience as well. But we're going to, not this week, but the following week, we're going to be back in our Diamond class doing live trades and also 1 or 2 days in our inner circle. We're going to be doing live trades. I don't know why this is taking a while for this to load up. But I'm up 11% in a week. How many of you guys love being a part of those other programs out there that was saying, yeah, we're going to make you 3% a week or 13% a month? and you're giving them your money, and next thing you know, they run off with your money. So, oh yeah, before I pull that up, I'm still reading the charts here. Toncoin is the only one in green over the past week, up 2.9%. Let's see, best performers over the last week. Chronos up 12.3%, Quant 11.8. Who in the world is this? See, this is why I love Crypto Talk. I see stuff that I didn't see before that leads us to opportunities. I'm not going to show you guys right now because we're publicly streaming, but there's at least 3 of them on my other screen I'm looking at right now, tokens that I didn't find these tokens, the community did, that we took some positions on. So in Monday Crypto Talk, we'll go back and look and see where we're at with that. I think who was it? Wild Bill let us know that one is already in phase 9. All right. Oh, you guys own this? SPX 6900? I do not. I don't remember this token either. Okay, Toncoin Virtuals. That's about it. Now, I want to see on Monday, because right now in Vegas, the Ripple conference is going on this weekend. So I want to see on Monday, what do the charts look like? Also, I skipped something. What is the traditional markets looking like also? Dow is barely up 54 points. To the futures, though. Futures have us in the negative. So Monday should come up a little bit negative. Europe is mixed. Asia is really in the red. Okay. I have not paid attention to any news. I don't know if Trump has done or said anything over the past week. I've just been focused on the Vegas. Worst performers over the past week. Fartcoin down 25.4%, Bonks down 23.5, WorldCoin 22, Caspa 21.8, Ethena 19.4, Stacks. Wow, these are double digits reds all the way down. All right. I missed an opportunity to make some money. See, one thing when you're crypto educated, and I say this all the time, I make more money when the market goes down than I do when the market's going up. A lot of people don't get that. They think it's the opposite. No, not if you know what you're doing. Because when it's going down, I can predict that volatility, and it doesn't just go straight down. There's dips here, buying the dip and then selling again. Okay, and I want to also show this tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And people have asked, this is going to be on MoveQuest's YouTube channel. Take a look at this video here. All right, so what's going on? Well, tomorrow is to be a pre-launch, a celebratory Zoom with the creator of MoveQuest. And she's going to have some testimonials that's going to be shared, but everybody will be able to see it on Zoom. So the YouTube's official Zoom channel, I don't have that in front of me right now, but that's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. The launching of the brand MoveQuest app, something that we've been waiting for since last September. So it's almost going to be like it's a brand new launch of the company to get into this. And with the token price right now at $8.83, more than $38 million has been withdrawn to this community, with still 1.1 million liquidity since last July. This has been one of the most successful crypto smart contracts I have ever seen. I got the receipts in front of me. Token launched at $1 and is still at $8.83. And there's more liquidity here than most other projects that have millions of users. This project has been proven to work. The only thing that is lacking is momentum. because most people have never heard of MoveQuest. And even after this launch, I'm going to be making a request like the next Bitcoin events, conferences, there needs to be a MoveQuest booth. There needs to be people on the ground with shirts on. This was a huge missed opportunity at this Vegas event. We represented ILCA. We showed up and we represented, but it was, in my opinion, a huge missed opportunity. But that also means huge opportunity for growth. So I cannot give financial advice, but I would get my hands on as much MQT as I can right now at this price. I will be doing the next MoveQuest presentation Monday morning. And that will be that's when the token, not the token, the app itself launches. Now, speaking of that, I am out of time. The next the next ILCA Inner Circle talk we will do will be on Monday, but it won't be public. It will only be for our Inner Circle members. So go back to ilca.app, ilca.app, and you'll be able to register for our Inner Circle so you don't miss that. One thing I got to look at some of the news, but I want to cover this article here. What is a cryptocurrency mixer and how does it work? So I want to really cover this on Monday, but we don't know what news may pop up and it might get pushed back. So we will see how this goes. So with that, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for being here again. I love seeing all of you guys that showed up to the Vegas event. Now we want to have the Chicago event 10 times bigger. I want to see all of you guys in Chicago. We'll have a lot more time too to have one-on-one conversations and sit down and chit chat and hang out. I know we're doing an event Saturday night as well. So that'll be coming up. So you'll be hearing a lot more about us getting prepared for Chicago over the next couple of weeks. So with that, thank you guys for being here and taking time out of your schedule. Congratulations to all of you parents that have kids graduating this summer and getting prepared for their next stage in life. So I will let you guys know my schedule next week. I've got family flying into town. We're doing a whole lot for my son for his graduation. So my schedule will be off a bit, but we will be still having crypto talk. So with that, take care, everybody. We'll see you guys on, well, tomorrow and Monday. Brandon Ivey out. Bye-bye.